The role of breath in meditation is deeply and scientifically interconnected, revealing measurable whole-body effects with practice, such as changes in brain behavior and function, immune response, and cellular efficiency. Broadly, we explore breath and breathing in meditation, considering some of the functional advantages and how working with breath in different rhythms potentially influences our entire physiology. We'll consider some of the basics and mechanisms involved. Rhythmic breathing is categorized in holistic sciences as a path for unlocking deep recuperation and presence. Breathing is predominantly an automatic function regulated by our respiratory system. We don't need to remind ourselves to breathe because it exists by default. Yet how we breathe has an impact on our entire physiology. In meditation, which involves contemplative practices, the focus is not solely on stress relief, but on the body itself. Breathing rhythms and patterns are integral to any practiced meditation. From a more basic view, we understand that breathing involves inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. The inhalation of oxygen is vital for energy production in our cells, making breathing extremely important. It is understood that when we breathe shallowly, we may not take in enough oxygen, which can lead to decreased oxygen levels in the body. This may influence general fatigue, increased heart rate, and a sense of anxiety or stress, a sort of systemic response. Take, for example, energy currency, adenosine triphosphate, ATP, which is also produced through cellular respiration, a process that relies heavily on oxygen. When we breathe consciously and take in sufficient oxygen, it can enhance the efficiency of aerobic respiration. Higher energy-producing stages of aerobic respiration, which occur in the mitochondria, are oxygen-dependent, and rhythmic breathing, such as in breath meditation pre-training, can positively contribute to efficient ATP synthesis. This can positively impact respiratory efficiency and function over time, resulting in increased tidal volume and slower respiratory rates, the amount of air that moves in or out of the lungs with each normal breath. Similarly, shallow breathing is often associated with feelings of stress or simply due to an unintentional habit. We may not have paid much attention to our breath, as meditative practices may not have been as common as they are now in the Western Hemisphere. The highly industrialized lifestyle, to an extent, overlooks holistic well-being, but this is now changing. Additionally, Tripathi and others, 2025, state that mindfulness training strengthens hippocampal circuits, which allow for better fear extinction, better emotional processing, understanding, and executive functions of the brain region. The hippocampus is particularly important for processing and contextualizing memories, including those related to fear. When we experience fear, the brain often triggers a fight or flight response, which can be overwhelming. Individuals can learn to recognize fear responses as temporary and manageable rather than overwhelming, therefore gradually creating fear extinction. It is also seen that even short-term interventions can reduce fatigue, improve mood, lower anxiety, and depression. Through the practice of conscious breathing, it has been scientifically demonstrated that physiological changes occur, both in the short term and long term. Breath meditation can influence cortisol levels, stress hormones, and indirectly add to anti-inflammatory effects. The breath has a regulatory role on the mental faculties, which contribute to inner balance or homeostasis. And with practice, enabling focus to shift into a deep meditative state, which can be advantageous for deep recovery and healing. For example, from measurable and objective results, rhythmic breathing meditation has been observed to enhance the parasympathetic nervous system, reduce stress, lower heart rate, and promote overall balance, leading to improved brain function, hormonal regulation, and enhanced emotional well-being and vitality for both men and women. Breathing in meditation also influences heart rate regulation or variability. S. Gerritsen and H. Band, 2018, suggests that breathing in meditation involving low respiration rate, long exhalations are integral to contemplative activities, and show that these techniques are prime candidates in explaining the benefits of these practices for physical and mental health and well-being. They define contemplative activities as activities that involve conscious and attentive exercise aimed at changing one's mental state. A study looked at how diaphragmatic breathing compares to regular breathing in male cyclists, both before and after eating. It found that diaphragmatic breathing led to lower heart rates and blood sugar levels, while also increasing insulin. In the holistic sciences, such as yogic breathing, dhyana, etc., the breath and breathing translate into domains far beyond functional physicality. One of the key factors, amongst others, is related to the effect of rhythmic breathing in meditation on the vagus nerve and the autonomic nervous system. Referring back to S. Gerritsen and H. Band 2018, the vagal nerve activity is modulated by respiration. It is suppressed during inhalation and facilitated during exhalation and slow respiration cycles. The vagal nerve can relay relaxation and balance from the central nervous system to the body. This mechanism can affect several areas, such as cardiopulmonary control, which refers to the heart and lung regulation functions that maintain circulation and blood oxygenation throughout the body, suppress inflammation, and improve heart rate variability. Further, HRV is categorized into 1. Resting HRV, which is a baseline measurement, 2. Reactivity HRV, which is during stress, and 3. Recovery HRV, returning to baseline. Distinctions between resting HRV, reactivity HRV, and recovery HRV indicate that heart rate variability is not static and can vary based on activities, including physical exercise and cognitive tasks. The implication here suggests that practices like breathing methods in meditation, which can enhance relaxation and reduce stress, may positively influence vagal activity and, consequently, heart rate variability efficiency. Heart rate variability efficiency may also translate into improved cognition. Deep breathing meditation can enhance vagal activity via vagal afferent sensory and efferent motor fibers, improving heart rate variability and supporting the autonomic nervous system, which regulates involuntary bodily functions like digestion and heart rate. As can be seen, the science of breath and breathing in meditation is vast. Therefore, this segment explores only a fraction. Lastly, in meditation, there are various breathing techniques, including rhythmic breathing for balance, yogic breathing for energy, such as breath of fire, alternate nostril breathing, focused breath, and others. Individuals typically choose methods based on their needs and, importantly, their health status. An initial guided meditation can help with technique. One beginner-level approach is seated, focused breathing for 10 to 15 minutes at a comfortable pace, subject to individual suitability and individual health status.